Greetings everyone. Hope you are doing great. Hope you are keeping safe, following the hand washing as much as possible, following the wearing of your mask, you're practicing your safe social distancing, physical distancing. Physical distancing, not social distancing. There's a difference. Because we are made for community and we need each other and we need to be watching out for each other and spreading true community. Check up on each other, hold each other accountable. So I talk about physical distancing, not so much social distancing. Gotcha? Alright, so in these times when the pandemic is causing even greater contraction of person's personal economy and even big businesses are feeling the pinch. This is Coach TJ again, providing you with power tips. Power tips for all of life. And today's chat is on financial literacy, an area that is very much lacking in our education system and just overall. You just have to ask yourself, why is it that some things, some principles of financial success are not aggressively being taught and promoted by those in the financial sector and unfortunately even by government to ensure that more people can come into an understanding of what it takes to experience greater levels of financial freedom. So please like the video, please share the video because we need this message to get out to a massive audience. I'm going to share some practical things with you by making a couple of statements. I want you to examine them and ask yourself whether they are true or not. And if you realize that they are true, I want you to take action. I'm going to give a call to action at the end. I'm going to invite you to get back with me, to message me, to send me an email, to send me a WhatsApp, whatever. I'm going to give you the contact information about how you can begin to make some steps in the right direction towards financial freedom. So I'm going to share a story with you. And it's a very strange story. The story is going to be using 10 statements. So the story is entitled, The Poor, the Rich, and the Bank. 1. A bank is a broker between the poor and the rich. 2. The common place where the two, the poor and the rich, meet is at the bank or in the bank. 3. The poor bring the money in the form of their savings. 4. The rich take it through borrowing. Alright, so I think I got the numbers mixed up there a little bit. So that was actually number 4. Let me just do a quick recap. The bank is the broker between the rich and the poor. 2, the common place where the two, that is, rich and the poor, meet is in the bank. 3, the poor bring the money in the form of savings. 4, the rich take it through borrowing. 5, a poor person saves the money because they have more money than they have ideas. 6, they keep the money in the bank so that they can go and think about or try to think about what they can do with the money that they have saved. 7, on the other side of things, the rich people come to pick up the money through borrowing because they have more ideas than the money that they have. 8, on a practical side, please, who can show me one billionaire who got rich through savings? I dare you. Go ahead. Show me. 9. I will show you millions of people who have money saved in the banks and are still renting the houses that the millionaires and billionaires build through the poor people's savings, which they borrowed from the bank. 10. I have now realized that the best savings and interests are acquired through investments and not savings. The facts are clear. Put the money saved in a commercial bank. At the end of the year, if you're lucky, you get about 3%. If you are lucky, about 3% interest on the money that you have saved. And then, of course, there is withholding tax. That is taxed. If you are lucky. If you go with one of the banks, in the case of Jamaica, like JMMB, one of the investment banks, or like the unit trust, you're probably going to get about maybe 6 point something percent at best. At best. 11. It will surprise you that the only money that the rich allow in their account is a minimum balance to keep it alive. Wow. You perhaps, like most people, thought that the rich persons have bank accounts that are just overflowing with money actually saved in there, right? The truth is, most of the cash that they have is either on one investment or the other. 12. I challenge you to take a risk in your life. If you fail, you will learn. And if you succeed, you will be a good example for others. 13. The only shame you must avoid is to have shame. The only shame you must avoid is to have shame. 14. You must know that millionaires and billionaires you see today were once starters. Persons who were just starting out with investment. So decide today to take some of that money that you have in savings and look for an investment to reap twice or more in due course. Is that possible? Yes, it is absolutely possible. There is a stock market. Currently, the Jamaica Stock Exchange is described as the top performing stock exchange in the world. How many of our average citizens are even aware of that and are capitalizing on that? Now, as always, the disclaimer is never invest more than you can afford to lose. But by all means, decide to invest. Now, if this connects with you and you'd like to find out more of how you can actually begin to strengthen your financial portfolio through investing, I'd like to have a conversation with you and show you how I have been investing since April of this year. One of the investments, I started in the stock market over in 2019. That's one. And in April of this year, there's another investment that I started that I'd like to share with you. Remember, the only shame that you need to avoid is shame. Think about it. If it makes sense, let's talk. Send me a WhatsApp, 826-1500. Or send me an email, B as in boy, D as in dog, W as in wagon, V as in van, N as in no, I as in igloo, bdwvni@gmail.com. Or you can go on my website and send me a message through there, teddyajones.com, www.teddyajones.com, and you'll see where it says contact me, and you can send me a message there. You can find me on IG at Life Coach TJ. Similarly on Facebook at Life Coach TJ. Let's talk. Let's begin to turn things around. Let's start a revolution of the quote-unquote ordinary person becoming financially illiterate. This is Coach TJ, dropping hints, helping you to